Hi everybody, I'm Laura with Bare Naked Wools, and in our last tutorial we showed you how to unseam your stripped blanket statement blanket in preparation to make it into a poncho. So for today's tutorial I'd like to show you how to reseam it and position your strips to create the poncho. You want to lay out your strips in an L shape, and you want to also make sure that the buttonholes are on the outer edges of the strips. I've cut myself a piece of yarn that's slightly longer than the portion that I want to seam, just to give me enough wiggle room so that I can weave in those ends later. So to get started, it's not going to matter if I'm going to put my initial stitch in on the left side or the right side. For today's purposes, I'm going to work from left to right. And if you see here, this is garter stitch edging. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and then the pattern begins. And I really want to make sure I've defined where that last row is. This is the bind off edge right here, and I want to go in to what's going to seem like that stockinette stitch, or that wrong side of the fabric. I'm actually going into 2 loops, or 1 V that creates a stockinette stitch. So I really want to make sure you guys see I've got 2 loops on my needle right here. That's going to be my initial stitch, and I'm going to pull through, obviously not all the way, but I'm going to leave maybe a 5-inch tail, enough to weave in later. Now I'm going to go over to this dark strip, and I'm going to pick up a purl bump. We're doing different things on both strips because this one, the garter stitch edging is going up and down, and on this one, the garter stitch edging is going from left to right. So in order to hide your seam and make it as invisible as possible, we have to do things differently on either strip. So I just ended on this dark side. I want to go back to the lighter side again. And right where I pulled that loop out, I actually want to go back into it. So I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to pick up 2 more loops, or 1 more V that's going to look like that stockinette stitch, and I'm just going to pull really gently. We're going to keep everything really loopy and not connected. We don't want to tighten anything just yet. Now I'm going to go back over to this side, insert my needle into a purl bump. Go back over to this side, go in from where I came out, pick up 2 loops, and see I've got this zigzag effect occurring. That's exactly what you want. And I normally go till I have about 5 loops or so. It really just depends. Now I'm going to pull pretty gently. We want to see everything come together. See how it's invisible already? We're going to do a couple more. I ended on my dark side, so I want to go back over to the light side. Pick up 2 loops. And keep that really loose. Go over here, pick up your purl bump. Keep it loose. Go in from where you came out. Pick up 2 loops. Keeping it loose. You'll get the hang of it, and you'll really know what you're looking for too once you get a couple stitches in. Do 1 more here. And then I'm gonna pull. Look at all those just disappear. And we've got a nice clean edge starting. And I also want to show you the back side because it shouldn't look messy. It should almost look machine knit on the back. It should be a really clean edge. You'll know you're doing it right if you see something like that. And then we just repeat the process. And that's how you finish your poncho.